Are you aware that on Good Friday, Iran launched a missile with the words inscribed, "In memory of all the suffering Jesus Christ, Son of the Holy Mary, endured, and in hope for the day he returns alongside the Promised Mahdi"? Why would a Muslim nation like Iran honor Jesus Christ? And what do they mean by linking his return to the Promised Mahdi? Then, on Easter Sunday, footage from Hez-bollah, the Islamic resistance in Lebanon, showed a poster placed beside a missile honoring the Virgin Mary, reading, "Peace and blessings be upon Holy Mary." So why are Jesus and Mary appearing so prominently in this context? And what worldview is being expressed here? The reality is that Islam and Christianity have far more in common than most people know. The Holy Quran states, "You will surely find the most hostile to the believers to be the Jews and the polytheists, and you will find the closest in affection to the believers those who call themselves Christians. That is because amongst them are priests and monks, and because they are not arrogant." In Islam, belief in Jesus is mandatory. He is considered one of the greatest prophets of God. He is identified as the Messiah and honored in this world and the next. Mary is also uniquely elevated, with an entire chapter of the Quran named after her, describing her as chosen and purified above all women. In fact, she is the only woman mentioned by name in the Quran, with a whole chapter dedicated to her. Islam also believes that Jesus will return at the end of time, but alongside the Promised Mahdi, a descendant of Prophet Muhammad who will fill the earth with justice and peace after it's been filled with tyranny and oppression. In Shia Islam, the tradition followed by Iran and the Islamic resistance in Lebanon, the belief is that Imam Mahdi is alive and active, leading the fight against global arrogance. However, that he is an occultation not recognized by the masses. Unlike other eschatological beliefs in a future savior, Shias believe the promised savior is already here, but that Muslims have a responsibility to pave the way for his reappearance by striving towards a world of justice. All Muslims believe that when the Mahdi reappears, Jesus Christ will return, not as a competing authority, but as a unifying figure. He is described as joining Imam Mahdi's movement and even praying behind him, symbolizing humility, unity, and continuity of a divine mission. The end times narrative is therefore about the collapse of global oppression and the establishment of divine order. So when Muslims display messages honoring Jesus on Good Friday or Mary on Easter, they are not seen as contradictions, but as expressions of a shared sacred narrative, the hope for a better world filled with peace and justice for all.